Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Angela Palmer from Stamp with Angela. I'm looking forward to sharing with you today some crafting ideas and inspiration. So I appreciate you being here, whether you're joining me live or whether you're watching the recording later. So today I am here live. Last week I wasn't. I did a pre-recording for my live, and my daughter Amanda shared one of the kits with you, the Hooray Honeycomb card kit. So I hope you enjoyed that. Today I'm back with you sharing live. So last week I was away. I was overseas in Mexico for the incentive trip, Stamping Up's incentive trip. So demonstrators who achieve a particular level in sales and team building have the opportunity to earn this trip. So it does take a lot of effort and hard work for that. There were just 5 demonstrators in New Zealand that got to go. And it's overall, there's just less than 1% of demonstrators earn this trip. So thank you to everyone who supports me in my business in whatever way, with sales or classes and that kind of thing. I do appreciate you supporting me. And it was an amazing experience to be able to go meet other demonstrators. Stamping Up had organised some sessions and a welcome party and different things. And we were well looked after with gifts and things as well. And then we had a chance to be able to do what we wanted in the resort and parks and take part and have lots of fun, as well as catch up with other demonstrators too. So I took my daughter Danielle, who's 17. You may have seen photos in my on my Facebook page or briefly in my newsletter, and we got to do some exciting things like water parks and water slides and zip lines and lots of different things. So it was an amazing experience, lots of great memories. So appreciate, again, thank you to everyone that does support me in that way. So today we're going to get started with some crafting, and the new catalogue is now live. It actually went live when we were away, and so today I'm going to share one of the stamp sets and dies, or the bundles that feature in this new catalogue, and I'll go over some other things because there's lots happening at the moment with signing up promotions and things that I'm offering. So stick around to the end in case some of these things appeal to you as well. All right, so please comment, say hi, let me know where you're watching from, whether it's now or later. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. If you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, and then you'll be kept up to date with other videos and things as well. All right, so let me turn it over to my table and we will get started. All right, here we go. So here is the new annual catalogue. Have you seen it yet? I am now able to open it up. So lots of exciting new products. It is a little bit different, but it's very cool. So we've got the contents in the beginning, and it kind of works progressively from sort of more basic step-by-step crafting to sort of quick and easy, and then more involved with different stamp sets and suites and things, and then moving on to techniques and reasons to craft and crafting techniques. So there's lots of information in there to give you lots of ideas, and color and collections and all sorts of things too. So if you don't have a copy of the catalogue and you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like one, feel free to reach out to me. There should be a link in my description for this video, and I can send one complimentary one to you. So please reach out to me. Obviously you can see it online, but I don't know if you're like me, I do like looking at the paper copy, which is cool. So what I'm going to use today is we're going to make these little note cards. So they were what I shared at Coffee and Cards earlier in the week, and I thought you might like to see them too. So the stamp set I'm using is this Spotlight on Nature, and that features on page 69 in the catalogue. So you'll see earlier on in the catalogue we've got suites, which are like stamps and dies and papers and embellishments and all that together, and then the bundles is like a stamp set and a die, or a stamp set and a punch. So this is it here. So sometimes the stamp sets will have dies that cut out particular shapes. You can see here these are a pinker colour with the butterflies. They cut out the butterflies. With this particular bundle, it's quite different, and you've got these beautiful images, and then the dies are something quite different. There are lots of circles with different patterns around the edges, and you can use them in different ways on your card. Now for today's card, I'm not using the dies. but I will be sharing this set and these dies on Saturday as part of an online catalogue launch event that I'm doing with the Crafting Across Borders, which you're welcome to sign up for if you haven't already, and you'll see some other ways I use this too. But I'm just keeping it a fairly simple stamping idea with a bit of a technique for butterflies. Now you'll see on these cards, just trying to see if I've got the circle dies to show you. Here they are before I go onto the card. So this is the circle dies here and here. So there's actually 3 different designs, 4 sizes of each. So if I pull out the same pattern, you'll see that we've got 4 of those, and then we've got ones with the lines and then one with the little dashes and things. So they, coordinate in different ways. So they're very cool. So like I said, I'll show you more of those on Saturday if you're going to be part of that event. Now with the butterflies that I have used here, they are not part of the dies that I just showed you over here. Now some people may have like a cutting and embossing machine and you can die cut and things, but not everyone does. So you can instead get these paper butterfly accents. So they come in a pack like this. They're already pre-cut, I guess you could say, and there's 5 different sizes, and all you need to do is just push them out and you get 8 sheets of these. So you end up with 40 butterflies. So they're ready to go on any card and quite versatile. So that's what I have used on these. So if you don't have a die, you can buy these. It's $17 for a pack, and it's 40 butterflies. So you can make lots of cards with that, and all the hard work is done for you. So what I'm going to do with this card first is I'm going to start off by colouring my butterfly. There's different ways you can do that, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper, and let's do a couple of them. I might do a big and a small. And what I did first of all is I spritzed it with a bit of water. Now I'm going to move those cards away. And I don't know if you've noticed with these cards, but I've used some of the new in colours as well. So not too much water, but just a little bit. So here I've used Petunia Pop, which is one of the in colours. For my stamping, I have used Lemon Lime Twist, I think, which isn't an in colour, and then Summer Splash. And then I used a little bit of Pretty in Pink for the butterfly too. All right, so then what I do is I get my ink pad. So I've got my Petunia Pop and my Pretty in Pink. So I'm going to squeeze it to get some ink in the lid. Now, I find if you turn it over and push it down and squeeze quite hard, then you're more likely, look at that, to get some ink in there. So I'm going to do the lighter colour first and just squeeze it a little bit to get a bit of water in there, just to water it down, mix it up. And you can either do the whole thing, or you can kind of, what's the word? Blobs. I will do the whole thing, and then I'll go over with a bit of pink contrast. So just colour that. Do be careful with the little antennas there, because they're quite thin and fragile. Okay. There we are. Then I'm going, so if I want to clean this later, I'll just squeeze it out and keep brushing it until the colour is gone. Then I'm going to colour in with some Petunia Pop. There's already quite a bit of ink in there. I'm going to use a smaller brush this time because I don't want too much. Again, I'm going to squeeze it. So these are the water painters. So they've got water in them ready to go, which is quite useful. And I'm just sort of going to, what's the word? Blob over it to make it a bit dark. And I would be not too dark to start with and then add more later if you want to. That's probably a little bit hard to see because I've got some around. So if I've got another scrap piece of paper, lift up those carefully, put that down like that. So you can kind of see a little bit of, more so on that one, a little bit of two-tone. Now someone in my coffee and cards class the other day actually did a bit of blue. So let's try that too, just to see how that looks. So we'll come in with our spritzer again and spray that I think I'll still come in with the light pink to start with, and go over with that. So there's all, different ways you can do it. And then we're going to add a little bit of Winker Stella, which adds a bit of sparkle to it later as well, which is nice. There we go. So just the light pink there. And for my background, I don't know if you can tell, I used a little bit of balmy blue. So we're going to use some balmy blue on our butterfly to see how that looks. So again, squeezing our ink pad like so. We'll move those ones away. And we've got our other water painters. So when you buy these water painters, they come in 3 different sizes, the brushes. So you saw that really thick one to start with. And then the next one is a bit thinner. And this is quite a small, narrow one. Just waiting for some of the water to drip down. I'm going to kind of squeeze. Here it comes. I can see it coming. There we go. Squeeze it. It does say press, so that's where you, or push rather. So that's where you kind of press it. So let's go with a little bit of blue around the edges and things, see how that looks. Maybe I should have left it a little bit plain and white to go over with rather than pink underneath, but kind of a bit different there. We'll go for a bit more blue, just sort of around the edges. But you can kind of make, whatever colours you like. So that one's quite wet, so I'm putting it on there. Well, that looks quite effective. Putting that there to dry. Right, here we go. So if need be, you can dry them with a heat tool or just let them dry and then we'll use them. But what we're going to do next is the background for our card, so that'll give it a chance to kind of dry. And I'll show you what we're doing. All right. So this piece here, and I'm going to stamp the leaf. First of all, in the lighter colour, which is the Lemon Lime Twist. So we'll do that first. And here is my stamp. Now, I'm going to go off the edge of it, so I will put this underneath. So let's move those out the way a little bit. Okay, so I want one sort of fairly high up, like so, and then maybe one a little bit lower, like that. Let's show you it. And then what I did was I cleaned it and used just stamping scrub or whatever. Then I came in with the other in colour, which was Summer Splash, which is quite cool. All right, so kind of like that. Oops. Didn't quite get the edge, but that's okay. There we go. All right, now I've made a few of these cards, and the first one I did, I left the top plain. Then I decided to sponge it. So this was the first one I did. So if you look behind this, you can see it's all white here. If you look at this one, very subtly, can you see a slight tinge of blue, kind of looking like sky? So you can do that. Again, a little tinge of blue, not so much on that one. This one's got a little bit more blue. So it's up to you what you decide to do. So let's do that. All right. All right, starting off. And I'd start light. You can always add more, but you don't want to go too dark to start with. So there we go. So just sort of above our leaves and things. Quite nice. All right, let's do our sentiment, and then we can have everything sort of ready to go together, and then we can decide which butterflies we're going to use and placement and all that kind of thing. So if you look at these cards, these ones here is quite a light pink, so that's Bubble Bath. This one here, I have used the Pretty in Pink, so you can kind of see what you want. And the sentiment I have used is from this particular set. It is the thanks from it as well. So I have a little piece of cardstock. here. So I'll show you both and we can kind of decide what we want to do. And I'm going to use the Petunia Pop to stamp it. So I should mention that I'm using note cards for these particular ones. So they are a bit smaller than your standard card. And the white piece that I've started with is 8 centimeters by 11.8. All right, so the trick to this is pressing but not too hard and straight. Oh, that's pretty good. We'll do one on the pink so we can kind of decide what we want. Yeah, with this one, you've got to be careful. Don't push it too hard and rock it. Otherwise, you get the little bits around the edge as well. So you do have to be careful with that. But I'm happy with those. So you can do a little angle on it. I might just not make it quite that angled. So it'll let me pick it up. Just do a little bit more up like so. And then just straight across. So this one's a little bit wider. So we can kind of see what we like best. All right, so that was 8 by 11.8 centimeters. And then I've got this one here, which is 8.5 by 12.3. And we're going to adhere those together. And hopefully by now our butterflies are drying. We can add a bit of Winker Stella and then put it together. So we're going to put those on. Find our card base, which is here. Oh, that's not the right one here. Where is it? I start and show you things and then I bury it. Where is it? Got the envelope. Where is the card base? Okay. I've got another one here. Here it is. Okay. So these are pre-scored. So we just need to line it up, fold and half. But do just adjust it and help it line up nicely. And then crease it with your bone folder. So it's a nice crease. Okay. All right, then we're going to put this on here like so. Nice. So you can see a bit of blue there, can't you? Which is kind of giving it that sky look. All right. Okay. Then now we'll have a think about placement and which butterflies we want to use. So we've got this here, so that'll help hide some of that. So we've got that one there, or if we want to go for a slightly thicker one to hide a bit more, we can do that. Any suggestions on oh dear, it's sounding like it's very echoey again. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. I keep testing it and then it's fine. Other days it's not. So I don't know if it's to do with the connection or what. I'm very sorry if it is echoing. Not sure why. Let me just try one thing on my... What have I done? Did you just lose me? Whoops. Now the phone has gone funny. Whoops. There we go. Are we back? Yeah. Don't know why it's echoing. It just, yeah. Puzzling. Okay. Maybe we'll go with the slightly thicker one because then it will hide the little bit that didn't stamp quite so well. So we'll get, where has it gone? Here. A couple of dimensionals. Just checking my volume and things. Make sure that's got nothing to do with the echoing. Very frustrating. Sometimes it works perfectly, other times not. Okay, so we've done that. So here are our butterflies. So let's add a bit of Winker Stella and then we can decide which one we want to use. So Winker Stella is like a glitter pen. So if I haven't used it, I store it like that so it's not going to drip out. But when I first use it, I squeeze it, but do it to the side because it'll probably, I don't know if you can see it coming down there, it'll come out in a blob. And we don't want that on our, see, and very dark. Then once it's started going, then we can brush over and just a light glittery sprinkle there. Oops. These are quite cool. So my blue is looking a little bit more grey now, but that's still quite effective. I don't know if you can see the sparkle, different angles slightly more, but that's quite cool. All right, so you've got a few choices here. We can kind of add one big one, like so. We could add this one. You just want to make sure it doesn't go over the edge like that. Although the blue against the grey, you probably can't see it quite so much, but it still looks nice. You could use a little one. And then like what I've done here is you could stamp a butterfly from the set on it as well. But I'm going to go with my big one, probably about there. And I'm just going to put glue on the body part so that it, the rest can sort of be lifted up a little bit. Whoops. Don't want too much glue. Okay. So there we go. Now, if you want to, you'll see on this one, I've added some of the in colour shimmer gems. Or you can leave it blank, so it's up to you what you want to do. So these are the beautiful shimmer gems in the different colours. So let's have a look. So this is the petunia pop one, so maybe we'll put a couple big and a small over here. And another little one maybe, whoops, sort of in a triangular sort of shape. Something like that. So you can add to it if you wish, or you can leave it plain. All right, there we go. So as you can see, I've made quite a few of these cards. So they are using the note cards, which are pre-scored and with an envelope. And the sound disappears every now and again. Oh, not sure if it's my connection end or yours, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, technology is great, and then sometimes it just doesn't work. Very frustrating. Okay, so here we are. Here is these cards that we've made using the Spotlight on Nature, just the stamp set for this one, but there are those wonderful circle dies as well. And the paper butterfly accents, which you can get in a pack, and then they're, you know, die cut, ready to go, and you get 40. As you can see, I mean, I've used it for coffee cards, and I've still got spares and things. You can make quite a few cards with that. Now, to let you know about a few things that are happening, because there's quite a bit happening at the moment. So as I mentioned before, I'll just show you where those butterflies are. So on page 96, if you have a look down here in the catalogue, you'll see the butterflies there, and it's got the number and how much they are. It's got that little symbol, so if you look online, it will show you in more detail how many in the pack and that kind of thing too. But that's where you can see them on page 96. So they're very cool. All right, so like I said, this new catalogue has just come out. So as a promotion, or to share it with you, whether you're local or all over New Zealand, as part of the Crafting Across Borders team, we are doing an annual catalogue celebration event, which in New Zealand will be this weekend on Saturday, starting at 11, or the presentations start at 11. We're going to do a little introduction just to go over some things before that at 10:45, but the presentations start at 11. So thank you to all those that have registered and are part of that. If you haven't registered, it's not too late. We'd love you to join us. Even there's some things in the Facebook group that you can participate in before. And even if you can't be there live, you can watch the recordings later. So we'll be doing 6 different presentations of things from this catalogue, and it will really help and inspire you for the new catalogue. As I've shared in my newsletters, if you're not in my newsletter, you may encourage you to sign up. I've got my paper share. So this is for the annual catalogue, the new papers. Here's, some of the new papers. You get over 85 sheets. They might be 6x6s or 6x12s, depending on the paper packs. And it's a quarter share of each. So you get a variety of papers for $90, and if I need to ship it to you, then obviously the shipping cost is extra, but it's a great way to get a nice variety, and then you've got all sorts of papers to try and use for different occasions. So that's my paper share. So you have until Sunday to sign up for that. I've got the first couple of groups I ordered on the 1st of May, and those that have signed up since, I'll be ordering on Sunday for that. So don't miss out on that one. This month, Stamping Up have got a Joining Up starter kit offer, and it's promoting the in colours. So you would have seen some in colours today. So here are some of the ink pads. What am I missing? One colour. Oh, pretty in pink, which is here. So no, that's not pink, that's blue. Here it is. So the normal offer to join up is you get $285 worth of product, and only cost you $189. As well as that, you get the ink pads, you get some cardstock in all those colours, you get the markers, which are, here, 4 of them anyway, the markers. I know we've got 5. And then the designer series paper, which I'm still waiting on, my order hasn't arrived yet. So cardstock, ink pads, markers, designer series paper on top of your starter kit, where you get to choose what you want. So it's an amazing deal, and it's great opportunity to join Stamping Up as a demonstrator, whether you like to do what I do and do it as a business, or just for hobby for yourself, or share it with others. It's lots of opportunities to connect with people, have fun, share crafting with others. So if you'd like to know more, no obligation, but if you just want to know more, feel free to get in touch with me. So this offer with the in colours is until the end of May. I'd love you to join my team, whether you're local or I've got people in my team from all over New Zealand. We share on a Facebook group. We have monthly Zooms, so we can have that connection with each other, and then hopefully at times meet up in person. Lastly, if you don't want to join up but you like the in colours, I'm once again doing my in colour club. That is your way to get a sample of the cardstock, the ink pads, the ink refills, the markers, some ribbon, some glimmer paper, some designer series paper, and you get 1 colour per month. So you might get Shy Shamrock, the ink, the marker, the cardstock. The next month you get another colour. So over 5 months, you commit for 5 months, $75 per month plus shipping, and then at the end of the 5 months, you've got these wonderful range of all these cool, exciting new colours. All right, so let me just quickly go over that again, because there were 4 things today. So if you haven't and you'd like to, we'd love to invite you to our online event, free for our customers and things. Other demonstrators are welcome to join, but there is a small cost for you. Yes, so Saturday. So please sign up for that. If you're interested in the paper share, again, you have until Sunday to sign up for that. If you are interested in the startup kit offer with all the wonderful in-colour items, you have until the end of May. And in-colour club, you can sign up for that. The date for this is next Wednesday, so let me know by the 15th of May. All right, there we go. So back down here. Where are we? Excellent. All right, I'm very sorry if it was echoing or the sound is in and out. I'm not sure if it's my end or yours. I'm sorry. I will look into it again, but when I have sort of tried it, it seems fine, and then some days it's not. So apologies if the sound is not so good today. So thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure to be able to share these wonderful products with you. I enjoy crafting with you. I know for many we can't get together in person, but it's wonderful to be able to share through Facebook or YouTube in this way. If you're not on my mailing list, I'd encourage you to sign up, stampwithangela.co.nz/free. You'll get a free tutorial, and then I'll be able to share more information with you. So thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again another time. Thanks so much. Enjoy your day. Bye.